Hello. Today I'm going to do a Spirit Cats Oracle card reading about how we can cultivate more fun in our lives right now. So I've just been hearing both from myself and from friends that sometimes right now it's been hard to feel like we're really having a lot of fun. Like we can kind of get into a fun space a bit, but with all the heaviness and challenges that are happening in the world, and also losing some of the things that we might have relied on before to give us a sense of fun, like things to look forward to, like traveling, retreats, vacations, seeing family, if that's in harmony, or having parties, things like that, things that we've used to look forward to. And with some of that, with the uncertainty that's come in, and some of that being, put on pause, put on hold for an indefinite amount of time, I found that sometimes it's harder for me to connect to that sense of fun. So I thought, what better of a reading to do than to find out how we can cultivate, how can we bring in some of that effervescent, light, super connected to spirit, connected to humanity, playful energy that is fun. So I am Nicole Piar, the creator of the Spirit Cats Oracle deck, which is also available in my shop if you want to check it out. And I pulled some cards for us specifically around this idea of cultivating more fun. So let's just open up the sacred space. Draw a sacred circle around the present moment. And just asking that any messages that come through be in alignment with our highest good. And that they really help us to cultivate this experience of fun. So I asked 4 questions of the cards, and that I felt like were all connected to this sense of fun. And the first one I asked was, what energizes us? Because I think that's part of the experience of fun, is feeling a fountain of energy from within. And I drew play. And so one of the aspects of play, I mean, we all know what play is, the spirit of play. There's this lighthearted, joyful moment. But one of the things I love about play is it's something that we do just for the activity in itself. It doesn't have an end that we're trying to get to. There might be an end result of something that we do, but when we're approaching it with a sense of play, we're not focused on that at all. We're really focused on the experience in the moment. It's all about this like playful experiment, the journey, not the end result. And sometimes it's just something that really doesn't even have an end result. Like it could be, dancing around in your living room, or standing outside and looking at some plants and talking to the plants and saying hello to a hummingbird that flies by, right? It doesn't have to have a specific end result. Or it could be something that might, like say you are painting or writing, and there will be a painting or a poem potentially at the end. But the spirit of play is less about the end result and more about just really engaging in the joy, the pleasure of the experience. And so that will help us, bringing in this energy of play will help us to energize, to bring this energy into us that will help uplift and motivate us. So just, seeing if you can activate some of that energy. It says, to play is to do something for the pure joy of the doing. It is the frolicking mix of experimentation, curiosity, and absurdity. Where can you let more of Pippa's playful spirit and lighthearted air into your work and your life? So this is Pippa of the Dream Circus, play. The next question I asked was what helps me feel playful and lighthearted? So we've already gotten this play coming in. Now what will help us access that feeling? And I drew imagination. And So this is like, we need to use our imaginations, right? And especially I think when you have limited resources, which might be your situation right now, there's maybe limited things available to us. That's when the imagination is even more called for, right? It's like being able to create your own universe, your own experience, your own world with whatever you have available to you, even if it is limited. And sometimes limitations can can open the door to a lot of creativity. And it can also just be the way that you're experiencing something. It's like looking at certain colors and imagining that they are have like a specific energy or spirit and they're speaking to you, or going out into your yard and watching little dewdrops or raindrops fall from the leaves of plants, and just seeing that as this beautiful natural rhythm and movement. So kind of activating your imagination can help. Or imagining little fairies in your garden that you are connecting to, and maybe even seeing out of the corner of your eye for a second. So really playing with that, playing with your ability to imagine. And this can also be even visualizing, like active imagination. So since we might not be able to travel, maybe you could travel in your mind, where you imagine a place that's even more fantastical and wondrous than even somewhere you could visit in this world. And you go on a little mental exploration with your imagination of this imaginary place. And that's that takes us, there's a playful way. Imagination is actually a playful way of interacting with the world around us, with reality. So I love that. And then I asked, what will help me feel more connected to spirit and also to other human beings and just to life itself? Because I think that's such an essential part of really wonderful play, is when we feel really connected, just tapped in that flow state. And the card I picked was Soulmates. And I love this as a card that will help us have connection, because this is really about, opening up to share this experience with someone that you feel a soul connection to. And whether or not they're in your physical space, or you can connect to them over, video chat or phone, like really creating these shared experiences will help that. So I'm quarantining with my best friend, and sometimes we'll just dance together in the living room. And I love to dance on my own, but when we dance together, it helps to activate that feeling of a shared experience and this connection of our spirits. And I feel like that really amplifies that sense of fun. And even if you can't do it in person, connecting over video chat, or like having an art date where you both paint, or maybe if you've been writing, you like read your poems to each other. And there's just you could even like do a ritual together, or have like make really amazing meal, or have like a tea party. So there's this energy of sharing with someone that you feel a soul connection to, that will really help. What opens us up to having more fun? So we might feel like there's some blocks right now, right, to us fully experiencing fun. And what do we do about that? Like, what do we do about that? Those spaces where we might feel some resistance. Maybe we feel a little bit heavy or depressed or anxious, and like sped up and anxious, or heavy and depressed. And that, it seems like, where's the gateway from there to having fun? And the card that I drew is Flow. She is flexible, flowing, and gentle like the wind. She intuitively responds to the rhythms of the world around her. When a door opens, she just walks through, easy as a breeze. When a door closes, she eddies, circles, and finds a window to slip silently through. She blooms with the spring and knows to let go with the fall. She is change, and she welcomes change. And so there's a lot of changes that have happened in our lives over the last few months. And I think this is really about not resisting our own resistance, and not resisting some of our own feelings, giving some space to that, flowing with them. And then from there, it's like, okay, well, you know what, this doorway is closed. Maybe I can't, take this trip that I had in mind, that I was dreaming about. a year ago, so that maybe that's not, that door is closed. But how can I flow? What is available to me right now that maybe wasn't before, or maybe is just opened up more? And how can you pour your energy, almost imagining yourself like water? Okay, this it can't flow in this direction, so now where can I move? Where can I go? And that will allow you to find those openings to having fun and to cultivating more fun in your life. So being adaptable, being willing to change, being willing to find fun in something new, in something in a new way. Her strength comes not through resistance, but through perfect flow, like a river sculpting the rocks, finding and making the space to keep moving. And this energy of movement, I think, is really beautiful, even if you're somewhat contained in terms of where you can go in the physical realm, but not becoming internally stagnant, allowing yourself to flow and shift and adapt to the situation around you and still find those openings for fun and delight. So thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope it was helpful to you, and I wish you many playful, fun moments in the days and months and years to come. Much love.